Australian Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Richard Marles has been honoured with a ceremonial guard of honour ahead of the bilateral meeting between Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and him. The Deputy PM and Defence Minister previously laid a wreath at the National War Memorial, paying his respects to fallen Indian soldiers. So the Australian Defence Minister has received a ceremonial guard of honour. The Australian Deputy Prime Minister has been given this mark of respect by India. These are the visuals coming in. You can see there will of course be a key meeting between the Defence Minister of India, Rajnath Singh, and Richard Marles of Australia shortly. Brian Thomas is joining us for more on this story. Brian, a ceremonial guard of honour being accorded to the visiting dignitary from Australia?
Well, Uday, clearly, it was a well-integrated meeting that happened where the Deputy PM, Richard Marles, was at the War Memorial, and then they came to Manekshaw Center where we are, and clearly there was a guard of honor also that was given to the Deputy PM, and post that there was a bilateral meeting also between both the Defence Minister and the Australian Deputy PM, and clearly they highlighted and spoke about Operation Sindoor, and the Deputy PM also clearly stated that they offer condolences to the loss of life that happened at Pahalgam also, and clearly also talking about the bilateral relation also between the two nations. The Deputy PM said that the bilateral is become stronger, and also clearly one of the biggest highlights that was said by the Deputy PM is the fact that India's stance or India's position at their nation becomes at priority, and the bilateral is now at a priority for Australia and even the Prime Minister himself. Yes, Uday.
What all was on the agenda for this key meeting between Rajnath Singh and Richard Marles, Brian?
Well, clearly, Uday, if we talk about the highlights also, the highlights clearly included a guard of honor that was happened at Manekshaw Center. And clearly, when they had a brief conversation, just a while now, it commenced a brief conversation that happened between the two leaders, that was Rajnath Singh and the Deputy PM also. And they spoke about the highlight being the strengthening of the bilateral, the partnership between two nations, that is Australia and India, and how significant their both partnerships have been. And clearly they spoke about, the Deputy PM also spoke about Pahalgam also, and said both the PM and the Deputy PM of Australia, they are offering condolences to the loss of lives that happened in Pahalgam, and also said that India is a key associate for Australia, and India is not only a key associate but also priority for Australia at this point of time. And they are
all right, Brian Thomas, thank you for joining us with those details. On that note, we're slipping into a short break.